slightly OCD people.
The first button, the left, you know how the left click button when you build should be the button where you can build multiple of the same thing. It shouldn't be right click. That's just fucking stupid and it wasn't broken.
I agree
tried to
completely.
fix it and it wasn't fucking broken.
Sure.
Agreed. And then you forget that you can build multiple, so you keep going, like you're that asshole that keeps opening up for every single thing of the 10 things you're trying to build, and you have that guy in chat, you know you can just right click, right? You know you can just right click. I know, but my muscles don't, so shut up and let me suffer.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 30 years, just like this, and I will continue to do it just like this. Power World will not tell me otherwise.
Exactly.
And at the very fucking least, like, how hard is it to make everything rebindable? Is that a really hard thing to do?
Depends on the game.
Because it's not everything is rebindable in the game.
Yeah, it's not.
True.
I don't know.
There's a lot of times it depends on how the game is made, but a lot of times, especially if one command does lots of different things, they don't necessarily want to have it so like if one button, you know, fires if you're looking down right click, but it also interacts when you're in the world, but it also does this if you're in base building UI. Like changing those buttons around can lead to all sorts of like weird things. So a lot of companies just don't like to change some of them.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay.
That's
I mean,
relative
fair enough.
enough.
Fair enough. But and yes, for those of you who are it's early access, I know. But I'm talking. This is basic shit. This is like basic survival game shit. Like no other game, none of the other building games that I've ever played has put the build the same thing again on right click.
Yeah, they have some
seems
decisions
like-
which are strange, like that one for sure.
Yeah. That's not the only one. The game has multiple little weird POL / design decisions that are obviously like, this is not how this is normally.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's also doing so much new stuff that it's, you know, kind of whatever.
What's the opposite of a compliment sandwich? Because that's kind of what I want to do right now. I want to
Just
the
the negative stuff right out of the front.
The shit.
I believe they
the
call
shit
that
on
a
top,
shit
and then,
sandwich.
like,
Oh, sure.
the meat of it is it's a really fun, like, I love playing it off stream. I would like I don't play a lot of the survival building games on stream because it's a turn off the brain, just go around and like collect pals, collect you know, resources, stuff like that. And it's got a great loop. It is it's fun to look at. It's you know, the environments aren't all like gray and, you know, post-apocalyptic and shit like that. A lot of survival games are like that, are just like these browns and grays and stuff like that, because a lot of times you're just after you know, zombie apocalypse or some shit like that.
Yeah.
This one very colorful, very lively. The music itself also very lively. The sound design and the music are very, very well done. Very satisfying noises when you like do something right. It's like you're like, oh, you know, like in a casino, you know, when you know, get a win, it's like hooray.
Totally.
Zeke
also
get into
the
mobile
character
game
designs-
mechanics.
Oh yeah. No, there's a reason why
Yeah,
that shit's
yeah.
in there.
Oh,
man.
I know, completely.
Oh,
It's the
100%.
No.
dopamine hit, man. Yeah.
I have my eyes open. I know, like, oh, they did that. They stole that exact thing from the Sex and the City's slot machine game in Vegas. You know, I know that noise.
Yeah.
You know,
You get to a new area and it's literally the Zelda thing where it's like,
Yep.
like seriously, it's like, was that the Zelda thing?
Dude, it's a
Was that-
constant dopamine hit. The game. I think that's why I got so addicted to it, like right out of the gate. 'Cause I did 4 or 5 like 12-hour plus streams the week this came out, and it was probably because all of those small little dopamine hits that you guys were just detailing. Like, the game's full of them, and it's fun in that regard. I also, Zeke, I'm curious, are you just like walking around exploring? Because I think that's like one of the most fun parts.
I saw your map and I just brought up. I was just gonna bring up, like, this game rewards exploration as far as, like, if you can't build something because you're missing, you know, like MacGuffin. Like, I don't know where to mine MacGuffin.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I better just kind of wander around until I find the land that has MacGuffin. And then you wander around a little bit. You're like, sometimes you find MacGuffin, or sometimes you find the Guga. You're like, oh shit, Guga, what's that?
Yeah.
And you go down there and you're like, you grab a bunch of Guga and you're like, oh man. And then you look in your like recipe list, like, oh, at level 27, I can build a Guga gun or whatever the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
And it's great. I love that. I love the games that